Hi everyone. Thank you for coming to our live. I'm going to be messing around, playing around with some shorts. So what's really exciting is there's new Hogwarts Harry Potter poses that came out. So I think I'm going to play around with some shorts that are Harry Potter themed. But first I do need to request the poses. So in the meantime, I'm going to do some other shorts that aren't exactly Harry Potter themed. So let's get started. Okay, so first I'm going to look at some of the new characters and then I'll request the Harry Potter poses for them. Let me see. I'm trying to decide if I want to use a character that's already in the app that is like from Harry Potter. So, for example, I'm going to show y'all. A bit off. Okay, so as you can see, there's all these Harry Potter characters. If I put in Hermione, she'll be there too. But I also have a character in the app that I requested to kind of look like myself. So maybe I want to request poses for the character that looks like me. I think I'll do that. Okay. So I'm going to go to my library and my favorites. And there I am. I've already requested several poses. I can't remember which ones. I'm going to go look. Okay. Let me just put in a random word, happy, so I can get there. Oh wait, why is it? Interesting. Don't know why. Okay, well, let's just do Harry Potter then. Let's see if I use a new one. Will this work? Yeah, poses. Okay. So I wonder why that's not popping up with my character that I normally use. Not a big deal. I'm just going to use a character, a recent character that's come out. So let's see. Okay, she kind of looks like me in a way. So I'm going to go to poses and let's choose the new Harry Potter pack. I'm really excited. This is my first time using it, so let's see. All right, so as you can see, it's in progress, so I'm gonna have to wait for it to be released. So I'm gonna request Harry Potter poses for one more character just so that I have it. And then we'll keep moving on. All right, let's do it. What should I choose? There's always so many options. It's difficult. Okay, I'm gonna choose her because it kind of looks like a uniform in a way. All right. There we go. Okay, so while we wait for those to be generated, I'm gonna do a different short. So what should I do? Okay, so I've done this already where I did this or that and I had people remix. So I did this or that with two different animals and then I had people remix the short based on their favorite animal. So they would choose their least favorite, redo that animal, and then post it. And it just, the voting kept going. And the weirdest, I'm going to show y'all actually, the weirdest animals I've ever seen in my life that don't exist, obviously. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, yes, here it is. Okay, not that animal specifically, but okay, here's where we started. A dolphin and a tiger, very normal. And then we finished around here. Like the fish, for example. Crazy. Don't know how y'all get these ideas. Okay, so you get the vibe. This is something I want to do. I want to do a this or that voting, but instead of animals, I think I'm going to do, I don't know. I think I'm going to do superheroes. All right, let's go. Okay, so this is what I kind of did last time in order to have two different backgrounds. I start with one that's going to be at the top. And then I'm going to put an object over it that could be elsewhere. So yeah, like this, for example. This is perfect. So I'll do, actually no, there was another one. Let me see. Let's do that one. This. And then let me duplicate this one more to cover the street. Put it all the way behind. Okay. And then I need a black line to divide the two. Okay, I can't tell if that line is straight. Okay, cool. And now I need to decide on the superheroes. So let me open it up. I'm just gonna put in superhero and just see all the options because I'm not sure what to decide, honestly. I know I want to do Spider-Man. And then maybe I'll do someone from Fantastic Four. That's a good. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let me put him as fighting. This one's cool. All right. And then Fantastic Four. Okay. Let's put him. And again, I'm going to do fighting. Let's do that one. It's funny. Okay. Actually, you can't see. I'm going to replace him with someone else, actually. Let's do her. Okay, fighting again. Yeah, this one's perfect. Okay. And now I need to put this or that. And the instructions. Choose remix and replace your least favorite. So if you're watching right now, I want you to go into toongether and remix this so I can see what you vote, and you're going to replace your least favorite of the two, and then people will vote on yours, and maybe I'll vote on yours as well, and it'll continue and continue. Okay, perfect. Let's do, yeah, that's more pleasing. Make sure there's no typos. And post. Okay. All right. Now let me see. I don't think the poses are generated yet, but in the meantime, I can start designing the panel. So I'm gonna do a game where we continue the story. So I'm going to design a panel and it'll be the beginning of a story. Either the character will be talking or there'll be narration. And I want people to remix the panel and continue the story. Kind of like, we used to do this in school, but we would all stand up in a line and each have to do it. But we're gonna do it more with visuals and it'll be more fun. Okay, so let me see. Let me go back to showing y'all the app. All right, let me put in Hogwarts. And there we go, it's the Gryffindor house. And then, let me see, my most recently used, I I need to favorite it. All right, let's see if her poses are there. Yes, they are. Okay. I didn't know it would be that quick. Okay. Let's see. I have to think about what I want her to be saying, what the beginning of the story will be like. Okay, I'm gonna put it, she's carrying all these books. Or what do I want her to be doing? So it's so difficult to think about what I want her story to be. Okay, she's gonna be studying for an exam. That's what it's gonna be. And she's worried about studying. She's gonna say, I'm never going to pass this test. Okay. It's gonna be for Snape's class specifically. I want the Gryffindor to show up in the background, so that's why I'm moving everything so much. Let's do her like that and like that. Okay. And then I'm gonna put remix and continue the story. So I'm thinking 1 to 2 scenes at a time, and we'll just continue and build off of each other. All right, there we go. And now, one last game I'm going to do. Let me check if anyone has responded yet. Not yet, that's okay. It's still early. Now I'm going to do one last game. And it's more of a personality quiz. And it's still going to be Harry Potter themed. So I'm going to create another short. And let's put Hogwarts, but this time it'll be a different room. I want it to be in the big, like, dining hall, the big hall they have that they also eat in, but they also have events in. And I want it to be the house sorting. So that's what's going to be going on. So I need to find that that room, or at least something similar. All right, these are some good options. Okay, this one here could work, but it is still more kind of like a classroom. So I'm going to keep looking, but I'll go back to that one if I don't find exactly what I'm looking for. Let's see. Okay, let me see if I put the dining hall. I feel like that's so, like, whenever I say dining hall, I think of a university or a college. I don't think of something classy like Hogwarts. Ah, okay, that worked. This looks right. All right. So I'm going to use the same character. Actually, you know what? I want it to be zoomed in. I don't want it to be that far away. So I'm going to put just like stained glass so you just see what's behind. That makes more sense to me. I wonder if I zoom in on this one, what that would look like. Honestly, that works. Because like I said, it's going to be really zoomed in. You'll see. Okay, so let me take that same character. Actually, I want to see if the other one got generated as well. Where was she? Is it this one? I don't remember which one I selected. No, it must not be that one. Oh, it was this one. Yes, she has the hat on. Wait, okay, that might be the perfect one. Let me see what else we have. But I think that might be the perfect moment because she's sitting in the chair, everything. Okay. Oh, I like how they all have different. So far, they've had different Patronuses. That's cool. Oh no, this is the one from last time, but this one too is cool. Um, these are so. I'm obsessed with these. These are amazing. Okay. Yeah. So the one where she's sitting, that's gonna be the best one. Let's zoom her in. Let's zoom this in. Actually, maybe the other one was better. Sorry, I'm gonna go back. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna put a speech bubble on her, but it's actually gonna be the hat talking. And let's see, which house would she be in? I feel like she looks like she would be, I don't know, she's wearing this all black, so I think Slytherin, but it's Hogwarts, and I feel like they all wear black. Based on her demeanor, I'm gonna go with Ravenclaw. Okay, so I'm gonna have him shouting Ravenclaw, like he always does. Let's increase it, because again, he's shouting. And I'm gonna put some onomatopoeia to really prove the point that he is screaming. Let's see what we have. I'm gonna put exclamation point. Wow, I can't spell. All right, this one's perfect. Ah. Okay, that looks great. And then I'm gonna put, which house would you be in? And again, if you're watching, go remix this one and redo it with your character wearing the hat and announcing which house you would be in. Personally, myself, I would be a Hufflepuff, but that's my own personal opinion. Okay. Centered, I don't know if that's centered, but you know what? It doesn't have to be perfect. Go here. Any typos? This is always the moment when I check. For some reason, I feel like when it's further from my eyes, I can see the typos more clearly. Okay. Which house would you be in? All right, post. And let's see, has anyone, someone replied. Okay, let's see what she put. Oh, okay, she replaced Spider-Man. Nice choice. I'm gonna go ahead and remix hers. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and replace this one. And I think I'm gonna change the background too. I feel like that would be fun. So I'm gonna look at the effects, kind of brainstorm. Actually, no, it's a good idea if I look at the characters first. So based on their vibe, I can choose the background. So also, I don't need to use superheroes that already exist. I can come up with my own. Because like, I don't know if she already exists, but she looks pretty cool. So let me see if she has any poses I can use. No, not yet. So let me just go with fighting. Yeah, she's really cool. Okay. So I'm gonna put her like this. And what do I want her background to be? She obviously looks like she's from like ancient Egypt or something. I wonder if we have any objects like that. Let's see. Yes, of course we do. Okay. So I'm going to put this kind of behind her. Let me see if there's something else. I wonder if there's just like sand I can put also. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I'll put this down below. Amazing. I'm going to zoom her in a little bit, but put her behind the words. And then I need to put a sky, obviously. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with blue, and that'll be the sky, and then I'll put clouds. I think that'll look nice. Okay, I don't want her leg in there. And clouds. Cool. All right. And reply. There we go. Let's see if anyone else has had a chance to respond to the other one. Not yet. But while we're at it, I am going to go ahead and maybe I do another this or that. Or what I've done in the past is like guess the movie. I designed a scene and had people guess the movie, and I did Moonrise Kingdom, and it actually took everyone thought it was Up because it's the guy in the Boy Scout costume. But it was not Up, it was Moonrise Kingdom. But I need to think of another movie. If I do Harry Potter, it's gonna be really obvious. But let me see if I get any inspiration looking at the characters. I have an idea. Oh, let me bring y'all back to seeing my screen. I have an idea based on this one, and it involves a penguin and a surfboard. I don't know if anyone is going to get it. I'm sure y'all will. Iconic movie of my childhood. All right, let's put the penguin. He's chilling here. And the surfboard is very important. And surfboard kind of slanted behind him. And then I'm going to put guess the movie. Oh. Do I want to make it? No, like this is good. All right. I got some responses to my Harry Potter one. Let's see. I was looking at the wrong one. That makes sense. Okay, let's go here. Let's see. Oh, this is amazing. I'm obsessed with the way this looks. Okay. Okay, this is so hilarious. I love this. Um, all right, I need to think about how I'm gonna respond to this. This is amazing. I don't even know if I can top this. I really want someone. Ah, here we go. We got another response. Jenna Baby's on a roll. Yes, surfs up. Okay, that was too easy, I guess. I didn't think it was gonna be that easy to guess, but obviously you're just too good. So let me respond. Give the trophy to the winner. Let's see. Trophy. It's funny because he does earn a trophy in the movie also. So it's very on theme. I'm going to put some confetti too. Go put it behind the trophy. Yes, you're a genius. There we go. And let's see what else has been going on. Someone also responded surfs up. So you got it right. Great guess. All right. I'm going to maybe I could do one more, guess the movie, and then that'll be the last game for today. But I will be doing this twice a week. So don't worry, I'll be back. Okay. So another short. Let's see if I can get some inspiration again. Because I don't have anything off the top of my mind. What was the last movie I even watched? I can't remember. Um, I have an idea. Okay. Let's look for a high school. And okay, this is gonna work, whatever. And then I need a basketball player. And let's see. I just like blondish hair, I think. Oh my god, it's been so long since I've seen the movie. I can't remember, but I think it's like blondish brown hair. So I think I'm gonna go with this guy. And let's just put neutral. That works. And it's gonna be like this because I'm gonna put a basketball. Like in sorry, I just stopped talking. I'm gonna put a basketball in his other like hand. So he's gonna be face to the side so that it can be as if he's holding it. Okay. Actually, let me see. There were other options too. This one I like. So let me see how this looks, honestly. Okay, that's way too big. I like, okay. Does that make sense that it's almost like he's has it in his arm? Whatever. I say it makes sense. Okay, so now I just need, let me put a blonde girl. And she's kind of glamorous, I'd say. How do I... She would probably be dressed in pink. That makes sense. So let me put neutral again. Actually, I wonder if there's one of her singing. That would be even better. Yes, of course there is. Okay, perfect. And do I want to add something else? No, that's gonna work. That works. All right, last thing, guess the movie. I do? No, it's fine. Okay. And post. All right, no responses yet, but I'll keep an eye on them for the rest of the day, and I'll look forward to seeing what y'all have to come up with. I always like seeing what is new and the responses I get to my shorts. I love it. But that's it for today. I will be back on Friday around the same time. So if you had fun, come back on Friday. And yeah, it was cool hanging out with y'all and playing with shorts. And until next time, bye.